My name is Mark Rothrock. I served in the Navy from 1976 to 1982. I was an electrician's mate and was very involved with all types of electrical equipment, and also had the opportunity to work very closely with bosun's mates, who are the backbone of the Navy, and rope workers. And I found that rope work was a very interesting way to express art.
Although we are sitting by your incredible Mustang here, we're going to talk first about your art and the importance of creating art for you. So go ahead, sir.
And I have always liked art. I liked art from the time I was a child, and sort of gave it up during the military and during my career working. I was an electrician and other things all along the way. But then I found that art is such a easy way to express myself when I have concerns about the environment, things like that. I use art many ways. I learned a lot of art in the military from bosun's mates doing rope work and things like that on the ship, and found that that was a really interesting art. And it is an art form. And I use it all the time, not only in artwork, but also at home on the handrails and different things like that. And I use it to make macrame plate hangers and all kinds of things like that. It's a very therapeutic art method, because you're constantly working with your hands. It's a constant thought about what's happening, and gives you a real appreciation of completing an item, even when it's not a real difficult thing. And it's inexpensive. Anybody can do it for dollars. You know, you can do it a really nice art form with that. I also really like working with metal in different ways, because it reminds me of my electrician's mate period, when I would use copper wire and make things for the sailors. I'd make little items of one kind or another, a little retrospective on the prisoner of war and what it means to a person when they're faced with that option and someone has you in their hands, and you have to, it's not like being a prisoner, you have to be an American, and you have to maintain being an American even through the threat of death, the threat of anything. And I really found that after meeting some prisoners of war, that it was super important that people remember that these people went through this business. And I don't know, it's just very difficult, and it makes me very emotional, I think, to think of those poor guys, you know. And it could have been me, it could have been you, you know, and it might be any of us at any time. And my last one was the Eiffel Tower, which is just a fun thing that I made using macrame and ship art. And it's just a romp and lovely to look at, the little people that I made out of metal and things. It's just fun. I've done quite a few items around the Clear Lake Hitch, because it's an endangered species that's in Lake County, that was at one time the primary food source of the Homo Indian.
Talk about your Blackboard Mustang.
Okay, about 30 years ago, my son and I built this thing. He was driving a 68 Thunderbird, which most of us remember, with the little flip-up headlights and things. Mm-hmm. And he drove it to high school when he was 16, and a rock truck crashed into it and smashed the whole side of it. So I picked this up in San Jose for $1,500. It was originally a little 6-cylinder Mustang. Picked it up in San Jose, and brought it to Antioch, and put all of the equipment from the 68 Thunderbird into this Mustang. So it has a 429 7-liter motor, and a big transmission and a big rear end, and more power than you would want to have. But we painted it Blackboard paint because it's just too much fun.
Well, and let's talk about fun, because you got a bunch of kids right here who are just having a great time. It's a great idea.